And it's a very popular event, I can tell you, with the players. We're all staying in various hotels that are walking distance from the venue. Well, for Sung Ji-hyun of Korea, she's going to try and emulate her mother in this tournament, because her mother, Kim Yoon-ya, won the German Open women's singles and doubles in 1986. Playing women's doubles then with Yoo Sung-hee. But I think most of the fans here are looking forward to our fourth semi-final of the day, where European champion Mark Schwiebler, the only home player left in this year's championships. He's trying to rewrite the history books by becoming the first home player to win the men's singles event at the German Open. And as far as home players are concerned, you have to go back 39 years to the last home winners at this German Open. That was 1975, women's doubles and mixed doubles that particular year.
So, liebe Zuschauer, jetzt geht's weiter. Wir rufen auf Court Number 1, Women's Single, also ein Halbfinalmatch der Damenkonkurrenz. Schiedsrichterin, Umpire,
well, there you can see the giant scoreboards in two of the corners of this stadium. So everybody is very aware of the score and what's happening, who's on court. So the court officials will make their way forwards. Great honour for the court officials. Of course, they all volunteer their time at badminton events. Not at the stage of tennis, where they pay their court officials to be full-time. So here comes the #1 seed, Sung Ji-hyun. Making her third appearance at the semi-final here at the German Open. Semi-finalist last year, lost out to the eventual champion, Huang Yihan of China, and lost in 3 games. It really was a terrific match. And she was semi-finalist 3 years ago as well, in 2011. So to her opponents, Nicharon Jindapon, 22-year-old from Phuket, #5 seed here. Will be turning 23 later this month. So quite a height difference between the two athletes. 163, Jindapon. It's about 5'4½", and Sung Ji-hyun, 175. That's 5'9". So for the #1 seed, as we look at our court officials for this match, Sung Ji-hyun, 3 matches so far, because in the women's singles, it's a draw of 32. In fact, it's a draw of 32 in all disciplines, except the men's singles, where it was a draw of 64. Sung Ji-hyun beat the #7 seed, Hiroyuki. I beg your pardon, it was Ivoriko Hirose she beat in the quarterfinal yesterday, 2 straight games. #5 in the world ranking at the moment, the #1 seed, has been as high as 4. And her opponent, the #5 seed, but currently #12 in the world ranking. In fact, she's the 3rd Thailand player on the BWF World Rankings. Ratchanok Intanon, the current world champion, is #3, and Pontip Boranaprasatsuk is #10. And incredibly, there's 5 Thailand players in the top 25 of the world rankings in women's singles. quarter-finalist at the Malaysian Super Series, where she had beaten en route in the last 16 her opponent of today. And that was the last time these two players met each other. This is the fourth meeting between the two. And that last meeting is the only time that Jindapon has beaten this lady, Sung Ji-hyung. Sung Ji-hyung was semi-finalist at the first event of the year, the Korean Super Series, where she was defending champion. So for her, it was disappointment to let go of her crown. But this youngster really overshadowed, I suppose, by those top two players from Thailand that I've already mentioned, Ratchanok Intanon and Porntip Baranaprasatsuk. Goodness me. Looked as if she was about to start some sumo wrestling. Stretching and getting herself ready. Here we go. Women's singles semi-final. Number 1 seed Sung Ji-hyung nearest to us. Number 5 seed Nicharon Jindapon from Thailand. Oh, what a super rally. Well, singles, and especially women's singles, very much about trying to outmaneuver the other. Try and play the shuttle to all four corners of the court, move your opponent to the back, then bring them forward. Also try and make them twist and turn by hitting down the forehand side, then backhand or vice versa. Well, this lady from Thailand, Jindapon, in her quarterfinal yesterday, had to play against her 17-year-old teammate, Busanan Ongbang who in the very first round had put out the number 3 seed. Tai Su Ying needed 3 games to come through that quarterfinal. But unlike her Korean opponent, she's not played against another seeded player so far. First appearance here at the German Open. Not a bad start, is it? A semi-final, first time here. Oh, there is the very slight drift coming into play. Shuttle flying a little bit quicker. As we look down on the court now, flying from our end towards that far side. Oh, that's just delightful. Backhand, cross-court net shots. Played with disguise. I think she's learnt that one from the world champion and teammate Ratchanok Intanon. Well, she trains with the National Federation, their national setup, unlike her teammates, Ratchanok and Pontip. Train with their clubs, those other two players. Oh, look at that, that's just lovely. Every time she comes forward, I don't know what the coaching system is in Thailand, but I have to say all these Thailand youngsters really have such wonderful stroke making. Easy, relaxed hitting style. That in itself creates deception. Make it look so easy. I can assure you it's not. Oh, well, I was about to say she's found the line, but it was called out.
Number 2, court number 2, women's single semi-final, Yonex German Open. Umpire Andreas Hawking, Sweden. Service judge Christoph Rosenbold, Germany.
Yeah. Force the short clear. And Sung Ji Hyun.
In diesem Halbfinale steht zum ersten
Yeah, once you've got the short clear, there's the opportunity to play the winner. The big smash straight down the line.
Carolina Marin. In diesem Halbfinale keine geringere als der neue Star der japanischen Damen-Einzelszene, Sayaka Takahashi.
Oh, yes. Well, that's one of her favourite shots, that slice across court. So that was played to perfection. Yeah, wonderful tactical awareness as she draws back level. Sung Ji Hyun. 5 straight points. Just wide. I think that's 6 straight points. 4-9 adrift. Now 10-9.
Das werden unsere Stars in den nächsten Jahren sein. Halten Sie mal genau ein Auge drauf. Wir werden Sie bestimmt noch viel sehen, viel Freude mit Ihnen haben. Sayaka Takahashi, sie ist 21 Jahre jung und eigentlich hatte sie mit Damendoppel angefangen. Erst in 2011 stieg sie um auf Damen-Einzel und gewann gleich in Osaka ihr erstes Turnier. Die Japaner werden trainiert von einem ganz Großen aus unserem Badmintonsport, nämlich von Jong Park. Er ist heute noch einer der erfolgreichsten Badmintonspieler Koreaner aus überwiegend.
Yeah, well, raises her hand aloft at her winning smash, and it means that the number 1 seed, Sung Ji Hyun, has the advantage, albeit just 1 point here at the mid-game interval.
Grüßen Sie mit mir aus Japan, junge Sayaka Takahashi.
Oh, goodness me, the Thailand coach is having a busy afternoon, isn't he? guiding the men's doubles in the first of our matches.
Nicht nur aus Europa, sondern genauer gesagt aus Spanien. Und Spanien wird Ihnen gar nicht so genau sofort als Badmintonland so bekannt sein. Aber dort gibt es eine Region, nämlich im Süden, bei Huelva, die unglaublich aktiv sind mit Badminton. Und auch dort kommt Carolina her. Sie war mit 17 schon Jugend-Europameisterin und im Moment
You can really see the court coverage of both players. That wonderful ability to jump backwards. And by the time they're landing, a transfer of the body weight so that they're coming back towards the center of the court.
Echtes Sparkschusstemperament. Und ihr Sternzeichen ist auch noch Stier. Und ich glaube, Sie werden es gleich selber erleben, wenn Sie diesem Temperament auf dem Spielfeld freien Lauf lässt. Genießen Sie es. Es wird ein mit Sicherheit impulsives Spiel aus Spanien. Carolina Marin.
Yeah, beautifully outmaneuvered. Jindapon looking today to try and get through to her 6th final. That's from all tournaments throughout her career. Obviously likes playing here in Germany because last year she reached her first ever final of a Grand Prix Gold event at the Bitburger event in Saarbrücken. And it's wide. Oh, it's landed in. Well, Sung Ji-hyung immediately looks to the umpire as if to appeal for an overrule. The umpire is only allowed to overrule the line judge if he or she sees that a clear error has been made. I have to say, I've got a very good look at that sideline, and I thought it was absolutely right, the call. I thought it had landed in. Obviously, the umpire agreed with me and the line judge. It's well taken. Great movement to get herself in position. Play that round the head cross-court smash. Now, the look of disappointment on the face of Jindapon, it really tells the story. That was an important rally. And I think that really has to go down as an unforced error. Huge difference psychologically between this 16-13 if she'd made the shot. Perhaps 14-15. Yeah, that's well played. And showing good character, because after the obvious disappointment of the last rally, to then get her mind together and play a rally like that, very impressive. That's mental toughness. Yeah, it's a clever cross-court clear, forcing Jindapon to turn and play the high backhand. And that's always very, very dangerous for a player, because when you turn, you've got your back to the net, you can't see where your opponent is. You have to rely on your spatial awareness as to where the court is. And very, very difficult technically to get the shuttle deep in your opponent's court from the high backhand. So it's always a sign a player is in trouble. Well, I'm sitting right behind that shot, and I couldn't tell that was going cross-court. How on earth is an opponent supposed to see? Gone wide. Now, just to explain my comment a little bit further there, of course, when I'm sitting off court, I can concentrate watching the player's racket who's about to hit the shuttle, whereas when you're an opponent, you have to switch your vision between what your opponent is shaping up to play and watching the shuttle. So you can't give 100% focus and attention to the actual movement of the racket. Hence, it's actually easier when you're sitting behind a court to read what's going to happen. Now, the fans here in Mulheim enjoying that rally. Now, just shows the court attendant where she wants the court to be mopped. I always think Sung Ji-hyun looks a little bit stiff in her movement when she lunges forward to the net. No, it's very effective. Oh, well, I think she partly changed her mind. That was, I'm sure, contributing to the error. Game point opportunities. Clever. Just watch how them just outmaneuvering with slices, disguise shots. This really is very good badminton indeed. Sung Ji-hyun, #1 seed, taking the opening game. 21-16 confirms the umpire. 17 minutes of play. Park Tae-sang, Korean coach.
Unsere fleißigen Kurzkräfte, die wir mit dem liebevollen Namen Mauerkits ausgestattet haben.
Less than that, the game point opportunity. He's a very physical player himself, was our coach. And very difficult to interpret. He's not giving many gestures for me to try and interpret, but I think he's talking a lot about the net play. And maybe those slices cross-court as well. Yeah, the disguised downward shots were very, very effective in that opening game. So having taken the opening game, 21-16, number 1 seed Sung Ji-hyun getting game number 2 underway. Yeah, there's that movement coming forward again that I always think looks a bit awkward, but those overhead disguise shots are working well. I'm sure that's what Coach Park Tae-sang was saying, asking her to do more of that. Oh dear, error on the serve. You simply can't afford to do that at semi-final stage of a big tournament like this. That's gone wrong too. Now she's going to have to do what Sung Ji-hyun did in the opening game, and just readjust the shots a little, taking into account the drift. That's wide. No, just proves my point, really. And the thing is, she's already played 3 matches in this stadium this week. To get to this semi-final stage, she should be aware of that slight drift. Oh, that's lovely. Finds the line. I think that's the first body smash we've had in this women's singles. Good time just to vary it. She does play that nicely. Cross-court shot on the return of serve, and she's looking for that lift straight down the line. Yes, and yet another one gone long of that back line. it's a good rally. Oh, and that's nigh on perfect. In fact, it is perfect. There was a little look from Sung Ji Hyung towards both line judges, thinking it could be called out on either the sideline or the back line. Oh, well, called out. Jindapon surprised at that. Yeah, just slightly off balance as she played that round the head shot. Now, once again, a quizzical look from Sung Ji Hyung towards the umpire and towards the line judge. Oh, that's clever. Yeah. Once again was reading after her cross-court shot. She knew it'd be a straight block. 9-all. The high serve goes long. Just when I think she's getting used to the drift and that she's readjusting her shots, then that error on the high serve. Just a gift to your opponent. Oh, lovely. So, mirroring the opening game with the scoreline 11-10 at the mid-game interval, and as with the opening game in favour of the #1 seed Sung Ji Hyung. He's saying keep your base further up, because if she tries to clear, the shuttle might go long. Well, I honestly think she once again changed her mind there. I think it was more than just disguise. Yeah. Pushed her opponent to the back, brought her forward, pushed her to the back again. And then played that fast angled shot. Brilliantly worked rally. Overdone it. It was a lovely idea. And I think there's beginning to be signs that Jindapont is just getting a little frustrated that so many of her excellent shots just coming back with interest. And therefore she's feeling she's got to hit the shuttle closer to the line or closer to the net. And in trying to play the perfect shot, she's beginning to make one or two errors. Well, it really is a very, very similar pattern to the opening game. 6 straight points now from 10 all. In fact, it was 9-10 with 7 straight points. Oh, that is just exquisite. Make that 8 straight points. Yeah, filing the line. Bronze medalist at last year's Southeast Asian Games, this young lady. A little dispute as to whether the shuttle should be changed or not. Sung Ji-hyun wanted a different shuttle. Jindapont said, no, I'm very happy with this, I'm winning with this one. Maybe she wished she'd changed it now. Now, Sung Ji-hyun allowed to change the shuttle. It's very much a directive with umpires that if a player is about to serve and they want to change the shuttle, then it's a clear indication that it's not just to disturb the flow of their opponent. They really do want a new shuttle. Yeah, well taken. Yeah, good aggressive play. Just upping her pace. Not necessarily pace of shot, but pace of movement. Very quick to the shuttle, very quick to come forward. And now she's just 2 points away from a place in the final. Oh, the line judge started to move his arms as if to indicate that the shuttle was wide, changed his mind and indicated that it was in.
14-19.
That's very, very well taken. And that's a wonderful example of if the player really gets behind the shuttle and plays that round the head shot rather than turning and playing the backhand. You've got so many options. You can play it cross, you can play it straight as she did, and that's a wonderful net shot too. Short. Yeah, well worked rally. Yeah, the fans here in Mulheim really trying to get behind Jindapon. They'd love to see a third game here. Oh, brilliant net shot again. Oh, overdone it. Well, what was I saying a little earlier? Running out of patience and feeling she's got to hit the perfect shot for it to be the winner. Certainly happened on that last rally. So 4 match point opportunities for Sung Ji Hyung. It's gone long, only needed the one opportunity. 21-16, 21-16, 37 minutes. And the delightful Thai tradition as a form of thank you. But Sung Ji Hyung through to her 10th final throughout her young career. Well, we're looking at Jindapon, the player that lost. Sung Ji Hyung, the #1 seed, today playing in her 3rd semi-final at the German Grand Prix Gold. And it's proved to be 3rd time lucky, because the first time that she will contest the final of this event. Once again, confirmation of the score. Absolute symmetry in the scoreline. 21-16, 21-16 in 37 minutes. Now, just clocked over to 38 minutes. But Sung Ji Hyung into the final tomorrow.
Das 4. Spiel wird ja nachher dann die deutsche Nummer 1 bestreiten. Der Mann heißt Marc Zwiebler. Sehr gut, das war schon mal gut. Also ich merke, ihr seid noch gut drauf. Am größten Grund für alle Fußballfans gibt es ja die Halbzeitresultate aus der Fußball-Bundesliga. Leverkusen Mainz 0-1, Dortmund gegen Nürnberg 0-0, Braunschweig gegen Gladbach 0-1, Augsburg gegen Hannover 0-1 und Werder Bremen. Gleich geht's weiter hier mit Finalmatch auf dem Center.
Well, as we await for the next match on our main court, which will be the first of our two men's singles, number 15 seed Chao Tianchen against Arvind of India. I can just bring you right up to date with what's happening in the other women's singles. And Carolina Marin of Spain has taken the opening game, 21-18, but is down in the second against Sayaka Takahashi. 7-12 down in that second. As you can see, it's the battle of the left-handers on the adjoining court.
Court number 1, men's single, Schiedsrichter, Umpire Christian Hindro, Denmark, Service Judge Chris Taylor, England.
Now the men's singles draw, as with the women's singles draw, 4 different nations involved at semi-final stage. Chinese Taipei, India, the home nation Germany, and Denmark as well. 6 different nations, incidentally, involved in quarter-final stage, so good spread of nations. That's always a good sign that the sport is in a good, healthy position. So there are court officials, Christian Hederlund from Denmark and Chris Taylor from England. So here come the first of our men's singles semi-finalists.